saw pretty quickly that on those calls, how you were working with people. And, you know, it was a combination of confronting us when our frenemy was acting up, or like soothing us, you know, when we were feeling really down on ourselves, or just trying to role model what could be said or what it could be like. And the combination of that plus the homework, which there were several modules that were very impacting for me. And also even your choice of books, you know, that you recommended. All of that put together, it was interesting, you know, the way it all kind of dovetailed and brought you into seeing things in a new light, you know, which is not an easy thing to do, to change your perspective and try to work on yourself and overcome a lot of childhood programming and everything else. I mean, it's usually people are working on that for years and years and years. So 3 months is a pretty short amount of time. Oh yeah, the next big one was the relationship history.
Yeah.
And really, like, I've done that before, but I didn't do it in the way that you guided through it, and how that eventually helped take you to your final 5. That was really pretty big. And then another one that was really important for me was looking at like what you can bring to a relationship and where your value is. And because it's so easy to not see that.
Understanding men, we were talking about. I get that came up.
I do think I understand them more, and something got broken down a little bit for me around some sort of expectation I had around what a guy was supposed to be like and how he was supposed to be conducting himself and how he was supposed to be showing up with his masculine energy and what that was supposed to look like or what I wanted. And after listening to that book, I forget the name of it now.
Why Men Are the Way They Are.
Yeah. And then also, you know, I think one of your exercises around kind of breaking down what our stereotype was. I think I had a post-it on my mirror for a week or 2 about, you know, like really just accepting people, men in particular, for who they are, and that any one of them is showing up as a man. And that I need to see what I'm putting on them as how they're supposed to be, you know? So yeah, I mean, all kinds of little things, got broken down enough that I think I'm more open.
Yeah, we wouldn't want a man sitting across from us saying, well, she's not a real woman. You know, the real woman would do this. And a real woman, I mean, that I would be horrified if a man was sitting there thinking that way about me. So I could just imagine that men would be horrified if we were sitting on dates, you know, ticking off boxes going, well, he's not a real man. He did this and this. Like a real man wouldn't do that.
I would say that I went ahead with you is 2 things, maybe 3 things. One was I felt like you actually really listened to me in the call and didn't just try to sell to me, whereas the other people tried to sell. And that made a difference. Like I felt like, okay, this girl is actually listening to me. And I think I asked you a couple questions that you know, about what was going on now for me or something. That was really important to me. Number 2, you asked me, do you really think anything's going to change? And who's the common denominator in all these relationships? And, you know, you kind of took the mirror and went, you know, like, you're going to have to look at what's going on here, which I am willing to do, you know, and realize that probably was true. And something about that stark reality rung a good bell with me. You weren't trying to fluff anything over. You know what I mean? Like some people are like, oh, we're going to teach you how to do this and that. You know, they kind of fluff it over.
No, I think your gut was good.
I think so too.
I mean, I'm so glad that you picked me. That's all I can tell you. Like, if you had, I'm so glad I got to do this with you. I really, really
I
am.
was very, 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 very impressed with your course. And I don't think I'm a super easily impressed person. I think I've been around the block enough, and I've done plenty of therapy and plenty of spiritual work and plenty of reading and plenty of this and plenty, but I'm still stuck in my stuff. But, I can tell the difference in what somebody's talking about and giving you for homework and whatnot. And yeah, you put together quite an impressive course. You really
That's
did.
so wonderful to
Talk
hear.
about the daily little things you'd send every day in the email too, or the one-on-one calls. I mean, you really have a very multi-layered program.
Thank you.
That goes in quite deep and provides support. And, I became friends with Matilda, and we were like messaging back and forth
God.
during the thing. She was really helpful to me. And there was one day when she was having a bad day, and I became helpful to her, which was nice that I could get back. But, it's...
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean. Like it was, and then the Facebook thing too, and the interaction there. I mean, yeah, I kind of wasn't really ready for how much this course really was gonna take as far as the time involved, and I'm glad that I gave it as much as I did, even considering that my life was pretty busy. But yeah, no, I think. Even though it was like probably the most expensive thing I've done, I think it was well worth it.
Oh, honey, I'm so glad. If you were talking to somebody and they were they were thinking about doing this course, but they were on the fence and they were saying, I don't know, is it worth it? Why would I invest this kind of money? What would you say to that person?
I would say that if you feel stuck and you feel like it just isn't happening and you can't really see a way to make it happen, you're going to have to dig deeper, and you're going to have to look at what's going on inside of you that's probably preventing you from getting out there enough, from having enough confidence, from blocking yourself from being open to men who do not look perfect to you or whatever. And this course will do it. This course is going to really open your eyes to another level of reality that is going to be very, very difficult to get to on your own. That's what I think.
Very difficult to get to on your own.